so autumnal. I'm more about like functionality because I'm fucking left-handed. Oh, look at me, adulting. Not really. What it's like to edit a video at the last fucking minute. I'm already quite red-faced. Yeah, this quarter was bad. Good morning everyone, so welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Chloe and I am a writer and musician here on YouTube. I'm 20 years old and I work part-time 16 hours a week in retail. So today, the original plan was to do my quarterly goals recap, sharing my new goals for quarter 4 as well as recapping quarter 3, because yes, today is Friday the 1st of October and like I said, the original plan was to do a sit down video, but then I just thought to myself, you know what, I don't particularly want to do a sit down video and I kind of just want to do a vlog style planning video, because I have a lot of planning that I need to do today. It's the 1st of October. I don't have any October goals. I also don't have any of my weekly spreads for October. So I need to do that because next week will be my first like weekly October spread. I need to do that today. Yes, I also kind of need to have a bit of a reflection on September. I've just got a lot on my to-do list. I'll even show you. As we all know, this is my bullet journal. The reason why I like to have a bigger one is even though it won't necessarily fit in like my bag or something like that, I like to have a bigger notebook for bullet journaling because I just feel like I need that extra space. I don't know why, I just do. And it's just so much easier to use. Today, let's have a look. This is today's to-do list. I feel like I've got quite a lot because I usually don't fill out the boxes like this. But sometimes I'm just very like detail orientated, I'm not sure, but I do just like to break things down where I can. Obviously this isn't really relevant, like this top part in purple, because I just have that for every day anyway. I need to vacuum downstairs and clean the bathroom, which I'll probably do when I export my Bad Flower album reaction video, because that's one of the main things I need to focus on today. I need to finish the edit for that it's nowhere near done. I need to export it, I need to upload, and then do the thumbnail, and then I need to do all of my planning as well. So reflecting on September. Sorry about the focus, I'm not entirely sure what's wrong with this. I need to reflect on September, plan out next week, and then plan out October, and ideally I need to do like the next 2 to 3 weeks of weekly spreads at least, and then this is just this video. And so to kick off the day, sorry about my appearance by the way, I always do it like this on a Friday because I work Monday to Thursday, and then Friday I have a lay-in and shower in the evening. Yeah, that's why I look like this, why I sound like this. I am going to start the day off with editing some of my Bad Flower album reaction, and then maybe in like 10-20 minutes I should really go and get breakfast because I am starving. And then, like I said, while, you know, once I've fully edited it and it's ready to be exported, that's when I will do like my chores, so vacuuming and cleaning the bathroom. Probably best doing vacuuming first. And so far, as you can see, I've pretty much edited about half of this album reaction, and I would also say that I don't really have a lot left to go because I'm currently at the 25-minute mark pretty much, and the entire thing now is 51 minutes, so yeah, I am about halfway.
You better tell the truth real fast, and then we're probably done at last. 'Cause I got somewhere to be, and you're done deceiving me into thinking I couldn't do better. Yeah, I know I was probably crazy, thinking someday you'd change. There's nothing left to do now, so I'm playing the game. And so, heartbreaker, I've been working you out. You made loads of mistakes, but none that you talk about. I'm watching every move you make, and I'm on to you. Come on, heartbreaker, give in and surrender to me. You should have probably let me go, but you've got a porcelain ego, talking fast and punching low, making sure that there are no traces of thinking I could have done better. Yeah, I know I was probably crazy, thinking someday you'd change. There's nothing left to do now, so I'm playing the game. And so, heartbreaker, I've been working you out. You made loads of mistakes, but none that you talk about. I'm watching every move you make, and I'm on to you. Come on, heartbreaker, give in and surrender to me. You talk about. I'm watching every move you make, and I'm on to you. Come on, heartbreaker, give in and surrender to me. Surrender to me, oh. To me. Surrender to me. wash away the pain. There's a new day to take away your sorrow, and the old ways get washed out by the rain.
What? So it is now about 12:30. I have now done, you know, what I call my morning routine with like journaling. Well, having breakfast is the main important one, but journaling and going on the driving app. Today, I think it was just because I was like still half asleep. I just did not do great with that. So it may be a case of doing another training session like later this evening, but first I just need to get on with this edit. I'm not going to show too much of it just because this vlog is supposed to focus on the planning aspects of my life, but I still do just want to show what it's like to edit a video at the last fucking minute. And I feel like I've actually properly woken up now.
Always think of you and me. Darling, you've got to keep holding on through the night, 'cause I promise you this: if you try to get some sleep, if you give up the fight, if only just for a bit, there's a new day, it is waiting for us. There's a new day waiting round the bend. There's a new day, and it will restore us. There'll be new ways. This is not the end.
You feel so far away, though you're close. Was your mind?
It is now about 20:02 and I have now finished editing my album reaction, and it's now exporting. And while that's exporting, I know I said I was going to clean, but I'm actually going to go and get lunch because I'm hungry. I don't actually think I'm going to get to planning until this evening, but to be fair, I will look probably tons better by that point because I would have showered and everything, and I'll be in clean pajamas.
Your skin, you play it cool, but underneath I know you're hiding something. Do you let anyone get under your skin? I just wanna get to know you, so would you let me get to know you?
So it is now about 4:15. Yes, I'm wearing different clothes because I am about to go out on my walk. It's nice and sunny out actually, so I'm kind of looking forward to this walk. Kind of not, because as you can see, I'm already quite red-faced because I have been doing house chores for the last hour, just running around all over the place, and I'm already red. And I'm pretty much ready for my walk. I just need to put my glasses on, put my jacket on, shoes on, and I can go.
me get to know you, boy? Would you let me get to know you, boy? Would you let me get to know you? Ooh, I feel paper thin. Ooh, when will you let me in? Do you let anyone get under your skin? You play it cool, but underneath I know you're hiding something. Do you let anyone get under your skin? I just wanna get to know you, so would you let me get to know you, boy? Would you let me get to know you, boy? Would you let me get to know you, boy? Would you let me get to know you, boy? Would you let me get to know you, boy?
It is now 20 to 8, as you can see when it decides to focus. There we go. And I have been on my walk, had my shower, and I've now obviously, you know, done my skincare and dried my hair. And it's now time to sit down and do some bloody planning. It really needs to be done. But before we get into planning for October and next week, we do need to go through our quarterly goals. And if you didn't know, this is the notebook that I use for things like my quarterly goals. And I'm just gonna say now, yes, I have set my ring light up and the glare on my glasses is horrible. We need to do my calculations for the past quarter. I didn't manage to read all of the books that I wanted to read because I have a tendency to plan out the books that I want to read. And then I'm just like, nah, I want to read, you know, the book I just bought, or I don't know, any other book, and not the ones that I actually write down. Yeah, this quarter was bad. And also, by the way, if you are new to my channel, I will make sure to leave my past quarterly goals video either up in the cards or down in the description for you to check out, because I don't know if I'm going to go through absolutely everything. That we might be here a while if I did that. I think this past quarter has probably been the worst in terms of progress and the goals that I wanted to achieve, but because 34%. But then I can't beat myself up for that because that 34% is better than 0%. And so to sum up, my personal goals, my first one was to start exercising 2 to 3 times a week. I apparently did this. Second was to finish reading Meet Cute by Helena Hunting. I did that. Read The Great Escape by Jo Watson. Didn't do that. Read Trying by Emily Phillips. Did not do that. Read If the Broom Fits by Sarah Sutton. Didn't do that either. I also did not read We Just Clicked by Annabelle. I also did not read Stars of Fortune by Nora Roberts. But what I did do was I started working 4 to 5 days a week and increased my hours. Well, down here I've got increased hours to 20, but my hours, my weekly contract is now increased to 16. That's something I haven't really talked about, but that's my current work situation. Like with my part-time job in retail, I'm working 4 shifts a week, 16 hours. I also did not start paying rent / make an agreement with my parents. Apparently they said, you know, pay rent when you get a full-time job. that might not be for a while. And then my next goal was to start saving 300 to 400 quid for driving lessons. I actually have started saving, so I'm not going to say that I haven't done this, but I definitely don't think I've saved 300 to 400. I just know I've definitely been saving, and for me that's a win. So I've basically just made this like a half. And then I've also managed to go on the James May app, which I will leave linked down below. It's literally a one-time payment. You know, if you're learning to drive in the UK, it is a really good app. I do have written down here twice a day, but I've only been doing it once a day because I haven't needed to go on it twice a day. And then my last personal goal was to work more than 4 hours a day on working days. Book work goals. This is interesting because I did not do any of these. I did not finish the 5th draft of SBS, so Scarlet Blood Skies, or do a 5th draft read through, or 6th draft line edits, or send the 6th draft to beta readers, or start outlining the 2nd book, or reveal the title of the 2nd book in the Scarlet Blood Skies series, by the way, and then finish the song summaries or set lists for the 2nd book either. And then I also did not do any planning for my script idea or research it, because like I said, my writing life is pretty much dead at this point. I've just taken such a long break from it. And then YouTube work, I got about half of my goals. Upload 6 videos a month, did that. Camp Nano weekly vlogs in July, I did that. Post promotionals for every video on Instagram, didn't do that, but I don't really care, to be fair. Post 2 to 3 normal IG posts a week, didn't do that, but I did post an IGTV every other week. But then I did come up with more video ideas. I'm just trying to get kind of creative with my videos. I'm just doing more in general, more different ideas anyway, and then come up with writing experiments to try. I think I started doing like some research, but I definitely didn't do a lot for that. Let's quickly share my goals for Q4. Same kind of format, you know, personal, book work, and YouTube/social goals. Personal, I want to finish reading Lying About Last Summer by Sue Warman. I am absolutely loving it at the moment. That's the book I read literally every night. I read every night without fail now, and I'm just so happy. You know, even if, you know, I'm tired and I just want to sleep, I will just read like a chapter and then just put the book down, because it is such a good book. I love it. And then I want to read Sleepless in Manhattan. I think that might be my next book actually. I want to read, well, Sleeping in Manhattan by Sarah Morgan. I also want to read Waiting for Callback by Peralita and Honor Cargill. I'm not entirely sure on the pronunciation of that. Read A Diamond from Tiffany's by Melissa Hill. I got that book from my sister because she only got it because her name is Tiffany. Read A Year of Being Single by Fiona Collins. Go on driving app once a day. Theory driving mock test once a week. That is something that I really want to get into now, like with driving and everything. I do need to take it to the next step ideally and start doing mock tests, because that will help me in the long run when it comes to actually doing my theory test, which is actually my next goal, to book a theory test. And then I would love to take and pass my driving theory test. I feel like I still have a lot to learn, but I'll get there. I want to be putting 60 quid a week into savings for driving. There may be weeks where I put more in, but that is just the minimum. That's the minimum that I want to be putting in to my savings for driving. I then also need to set up car insurance, but in order to do that I've got to call the fucking bank, and it's just one of those things I just keep putting off and off. I'm just like, I don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it. It's one of those adult things that you just put off and off for a while. It's like the smallest thing, but I'll just keep putting it off, you know. And then I would love to start taking driving lessons / learn basics from my dad. I just want to like be able to get in a car before the end of the year. Basically, I really just want to be able to like get into a car and say that, and just be able to say that I'm confident behind the wheel. And then the last personal goal is to book time off work between Christmas and New Year's. I do this pretty much every year, but this year is going to be different because there are going to be days that I do work. I would just love to have like a couple of days off for things like filming and, you know, while spending time with family as well. And then book work, I really want to finish reading Story Genius by the end of this year, finish Story Genius notes for Scarlet Blood Skies, work on Fun Project, which is Nothing but Everything to Hide, and for that I would love to outline the plot, first draft and second draft. It's basically just a fun writing idea that I'm going to publish online on Wattpad, but I really don't want to use my old, like, what would you even call it, fan fiction account, so I need to make a new account for that, and I need to kind of like work out the logistics of that and everything, because obviously I'm going to need a book cover for that, which I'll just make in Canva. I already actually have one, I just need to tweak a couple of things, and then I just need a blurb or a synopsis type thing for Wattpad as well. I think there's something else that it needs. Oh yeah, the actual thing. I'll talk about it in a whole separate video because that's not what this is about. I'll probably talk more about it in my writing vlog. Last lot of goals, so my YouTube / social goals. Yes, I will be going on hiatus. I've already talked about this, from October 13th to November 13th. If you haven't seen my previous videos, I then need to rebrand my channel, which means channel banner, thumbnail template, coming up screen, end screen, opening screen, and I would love to like download some new music. I have a subscription to Epidemic Sound, so I just really need to like actually sort out my music for my channel, so it's just easier to figure out what kind of music I want for each videos. And that kind of brings me on to my next point, because another thing I really need to do is organise all folders in my hard drives, plural. I have two because I'm also using the one that I got from college that does have college work on it. Yeah, it does. I think it does actually. I then also want to post 6 videos a month. Oh, obviously that won't be feasible with my hiatus, but you get the general gist. 1 to 2 normal posts a week on Instagram. Post an IGTV / update every 2 weeks. I haven't done a mental health update in bloody ages, to be honest. And then also need to come up with more video ideas, like I said, trying to get a bit more creative with everything. Come up with writing experiments to try, because I feel like that might help me get back on track with my routine and everything. And then I would love to reach 150 subscribers by the end of the year and plan out my video schedule for the first quarter of 2022. Though I have written down here 2021, so I need to change that. And that is everything in terms of quarterly goals. I now really need to clean my bed off and just get ready for tomorrow, because even though I'm not doing anything, it's just things like planning out my outfit, because I do that every evening. And then I think after dinner I'll go into a bit more detail about my weekly planning and monthly planning as well. It is now about 10:45 at night, as you can see, and I feel like you can see the under eye bags, because yes, I'm actually quite tired now. But I have just had my dinner. I just need to finish all my planning. The thing is, I was going to talk through it and everything like that, but I don't know, I just don't feel like doing that anymore. I was going to talk through my goals for everything and everything like that, but I'm just too tired. I'm just going to sort out my bullet journal basically, so I'm going to sort out my weekly spreads and reflect on September and plan for October.
better tell the truth real fast. And then we're probably done at last. 'Cause I got somewhere to be, and you're done deceiving me into thinking I couldn't do better. Yeah, I know I was probably crazy, thinking someday you'd change. There's nothing left to do now, so I'm playing the game. And so, heartbreaker, I've been working you out. You made loads of mistakes, but none that you talk about. I'm watching every move you make, and I'm on to you. Come on, heartbreaker, give in and surrender to me. You should have probably let me go, but you got a porcelain ego, talking fast and punching low, making sure that there are no traces of thinking I could have done better. Yeah, I know I was probably crazy, thinking someday you'd change. There's nothing left to do now, so I'm playing the game. And so, heartbreaker, I've been working you out. You made loads of mistakes, but none that you talk about. I'm watching every move you make, and I'm on to you. Come on, heartbreaker, give in and surrender to me.
Good afternoon, everyone. So it is now the next day. It's Saturday the 2nd, and it's currently about 3:15, and it's literally been raining all day. Like, from the moment I woke up, it's just been raining non-stop. I have no clue when it started, but it would have started last night. I don't know what it is. It makes me happy but also sad, because I don't think I'm going to be able to go on my walk today. I'm just kind of glad that it was sunny yesterday and I was like able to go on my walk yesterday, and it feels just so autumnal today. It is October, so you know it's a given. It's raining, I've got a candle burning, and it literally smells so good. It's a Wickford & Co. one, like a big one that you saw me light earlier, and it's called, I think it's spiced apple and cinnamon. Let me have a look. Warm apple and cinnamon, and it smells amazing. And I'm also just wearing kind of a jacket, but it's more like a cardigan because it's not like zip up, and I'm just so happy but also sad because I can't go on my walk. Anyway, yes, last night you saw me mainly just sorting out my spreads for the next month/week. So I was just setting up my bullet journal instead of really planning, and then I did go ahead and plan for October. I will actually show you. The one thing I didn't manage to do last night was reflect on September, and I know it won't take me a long time, but I did kind of go over the outline for it in pen, as you can see, and then I've got my October goals. I don't know what it is, I'm just not a big fan of the colours that I used for the header with the washi tape that I used. I should really try and venture out of my comfort zone with those type of things. I'm not the biggest person for like decoration in my bullet journal. I'm more about like functionality and practicality, so decoration is not my forte whatsoever. What the fuck am I saying? I feel like I'm this person that's trying way too hard. I do quite like the header of this. Let's go through my October goals quickly, so because there isn't a lot really. So the first one is to finish reading Lying About Last Summer by Sue Warman. To be honest, if I had like a full day of doing nothing, or you know, a full day of not having any other priorities, I could easily just finish the book in one sitting. I don't even know how many pages I've got left, but it is so good. And then I want to read Sleepless in Manhattan by Sarah Morgan. Oh, but also this month I would love to read If the Broom Fits by Sarah Sutton, because I still have not read any of her books, and it makes me sad because I've been wanting to, but If the Broom Fits is the only one I have, and it's the perfect time of year as well. Maybe I'll save that for November, even though it's Halloween based. We'll see. And then next thing is to go on the driving app every day and then save about 300 quid for driving. That should be pretty easy. Funny story though, I tried going on the driving app earlier. Wow, it kept coming up with a loading screen. It wasn't doing anything this morning when I tried to get on it. Basically what ended up happening is I restarted my phone, still didn't load properly, so then I was just like, right, okay, I'm going to delete the app and reinstall it. So I did that, and it turns out that I actually think it just needed updating. Sometimes I just need to calm myself down instead of get myself all worked up. And then YouTube goals, I'm obviously going on my hiatus, which for some reason is just in my goals. I then need to rebrand my channel and start posting on Instagram again, because I want to like get back into it. I want to do more writing updates on there as well, like, I don't know, weekly check-ins or something like that. I just really want to get back into writing. It's just kind of frustrating because I just keep putting it off, and I just need to have a big brain dump because I've just got so many ideas in my brain that aren't doing me any good by being up here in my brain. They need to be out on paper, and it's just incredibly frustrating. I'm holding myself back from what I actually want to do, and it's getting to the point where like I'm starting to realise that I miss writing. Wow, it got to a point where it wasn't fun anymore for me back in July, and so I stopped, and I haven't really done anything since then. And now I'm finding that I miss writing. It's getting to the point where YouTube isn't fun for me anymore. I'm just really bad with balancing things. I just really want October to be different, and then my writing goals are to get back into a writing routine, finish reading Story Genius / make any sort of progress with it. Even if it's just, I don't know, another 50 pages or something that I read, fine. I would be absolutely fine with that. And then the next goal and last goal is to outline Nothing But Everything to Hide, which, if you didn't know, yes, is my fun project, and it's literally just going to be a project that I publish online using Wattpad. I need to create a new account because there's no way I'm using my old fanfiction account, so you know, people can actually read it and not find my fanfiction online, because I would dread to think the stuff I've written as well, you can tell it's not PG and it's not for under 18s. Okay, so if you're under 18, please don't try and find it. Anyway, I'm going off topic here. I just really need to reflect on September and just kind of write stuff down, but I'm not entirely sure how I want to do this, what kind of pen I want to use, because I kind of want to use something colourful. If I go back, this is going to frustrate me, right, because I'm having to flick back right to my September goals, and I'm going to use one of these. I actually forgot what they're called, but I'm just going to kind of like clip the pages together. I'm not going to be able to write now, am I? Because I'm fucking left-handed. It's just so annoying. Maybe I'll do it there at the top here. I think what I'm actually going to do is, I've got a purple pen. I'm going to start by kind of marking out my personal achievements and then my YouTube achievements with the red in this multicolour big pen, and then I might just use the blue. Or actually, I didn't even do any bookwork, so it's literally just going to be personal, add YouTube. Oh, do I want a different colour for like my finances? Oh, look at me adulting. Not really. Reflecting on September. So I did read Instructions for a Second-Hand Heart. So I can say that, you know, I achieved that and started reading Lying About Last Summer by Sue Woolman. What else did I do? I saved, actually, I do want to actually find out how much I saved this month in September. And so this month I saved 130 quid. I could have done better, but better than nothing. I don't know why. I just don't want people to think that I'm not incredibly grateful to still have a job, to be earning enough money to save. I just don't want people to think that I'm not grateful, because I am. I'm incredibly grateful. I've been going on the driving app mostly every day, and I don't know if there's any other personal things I can list. And then I'm going to put in the YouTube section, the red pen, I reached 120 subscribers. I uploaded 7 videos in September. I think I'm also going to put down, I started thinking about how I want to rebrand my channel, because that's quite important, but I'm not going to spoil anything just yet. So I'm just going to put, I started thinking about how I want to change / rebrand my channel for the next season. And then I do think I'm actually gonna write some blue down. I did kind of start working on Nothing But Everything to Hide. I have multiple book covers, so I'm gonna put down, I started working on a new idea, Nothing But Everything to Hide, as a fun project. And it's now a bit later. I have now finished filling out my reflection on September, and I actually kind of enjoyed it. I think it's just kind of nice sometimes to look back on the month and kind of just think about those 3 different things, your achievements, the things you didn't achieve and why, and how I can improve for the future. I am now more aware of my limits and my boundaries because of that, and it can just help to make you feel better about the things that you didn't achieve, because for me personally, the things that I didn't achieve, there was a fairly good reason behind it. So my achievements I've already talked about, but then the things I didn't achieve, I didn't read Sleepless in Manhattan because I just didn't want to, and that is a valid reason. And then I also didn't save 200 for driving, so £200, because I wanted to be careful about my money, and I wanted to have plenty of money left over in case, you know, of an emergency. That's another valid reason. And then YouTube and social wise, I didn't post much on Instagram at all, or do much video promotion, because I just forgot to, and I didn't want to overload my feed with just video promotion, which is fair enough. You know, I don't just want my Instagram to be a place where I promote the hell out of my YouTube channel. And then I didn't get as much writing done because it didn't feel as much of a priority compared to my YouTube. And so for the future, I could give myself a few different options for the next books that I want to read, instead of just giving myself one choice, giving myself a couple of different options. And then I can look at my goals. You know, if I have options, you know, I'm more likely to pick one of them instead of just having one option and being like, I'm not making any sense. Am I? I know I'm not, but just having options would be better, because that way I guess it will make it easier for me to choose what I want to read next, instead of just staring at my bookshelf and being like, you know what I mean? The next part of personal, I've got, if there is money I set aside for the week left, so if there's money left over that I set aside for the week, I could put it into savings, even if it's 10 quid. And then for social, I could plan out and organise my Instagram content more. For example, once a fortnight, I could sit down with a social media calendar, like for a month, and plan out my content that way, which would make it easier for me. I know it would, but I just, for some reason, never do it. I've never experimented with that kind of thing before. And then I could have like a separate place for writing down post ideas, which I'd probably just use my bullet journal, to be fair. And then for writing, I could start writing my ideas down when they come to me, instead of waiting for a large chunk of time to do all of that. And I could also cut down on the amount of YouTube content that I'm producing, which is sounds like more of a solution than writing my ideas down when they come to me, instead of just waiting and never writing them down. Yes, I did just take my jacket off, by the way, but I now think that this is going to be the end of this vlog, because I feel like I've talked a lot about goals and planning and reflecting. Did I even ever show you this? It looks so colourful. And I also kind of showed you I'm so out of it, I'm so sorry, but I do think that's probably a sign to end the vlog here. I have talked a lot, I've done a lot, but yes, that is going to be it. Don't forget, I am going on my hiatus from the 13th of October to the 13th of November. I have no clue how long this vlog is actually going to be, so if it's quite long, I'm incredibly sorry. But yes, I'm going to end it here. If you did enjoy this, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also make sure to subscribe down below and ding the bell to be notified for every single time I upload. But like I said, yes, I'm going on a hiatus soon. All of my social media links will be down in the description if you want to stay up to date with everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!